This International Dog Show was a brainchild of mine. It started about 5 years ago when I first acquired the business. I wanted to give something back to the community. I wanted to show not only the black community but the community at large that dog shows and showing dogs, it could be something of a profession, a sport. And I just thought that by doing this dog show in North St. Louis, that it would be an asset for the people that would not normally be able to see a show of this magnitude in their own community.
I've been living to determine that it's a capital offense. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no.
Dog by the name of Sophie. The owner is Becky Rainey. Is Becky available? Where you at, Becky? All right, Becky, why don't you come on to the ring? Well, welcome. Sophie is an American Pitbull female. We're starting with the puppy group. Date of birth is February 09, 7 months old. Let's talk a little bit about the American Bull Terrier. During the 16th century, dog fanciers in England, Ireland, and Scotland began to experiment with crosses between bulldogs and terriers, looking for a dog that combined the gameness of the terrier with the strength of the bulldog. The result was a dog that had all the virtues attributed to a great warrior: strength, courage, gentleness with loved ones. Immigrants brought these bulls and terriers across to the United States. The American Pitbull Terrier, many talents did not go unnoticed by farmers and ranchers who used their dogs to catch dogs for semi-wild cattle, hogs, and to hunt and drive livestock, and also as family companions. Today, the American Pitbull Terrier continues to demonstrate its versatility. Also, an American Pitbull, 8 months of age. Is that Antoine Morris? Morris, step on up. By the way, folks, I've been remiss not to introduce our fabulous judges. Your first judge out there was Mr. James Scott. Mr. Scott brings probably well over 20 years of dog training experience, variety of breeds, and an excellent dog handler, especially in the obedience area. Mr. Leroy Walker, who's kind of a legend here. I don't know, Leroy, was that about 100 years of dog training experience, I think. Brings a wealth of knowledge and information. Canine cultural anthropologist. A lot of wisdom and a lot of insight. Our current judge out there is Mr. Richard Williams, also a dog fancier, owned a couple of dogos, I believe, and has been involved in the training and obedience of dogs for well over 10 years. In the ring is Lyric. Lyric, an American Pitbull, 8 months old.
Here's a demonstration of what a well-trained dog can do. You'll notice that the white person is geared up, the dog hits the wall, the dog being incapacitated to take control of it. You'll also notice that once the handler called the dog off, the dog stopped. We're going to do that demonstration again. Even with a weapon in his hand, the dog does not stop. He continues on his journey, which is to take down the opponent. Imagine you're at home in the middle of the night. Somebody breaks into your home. Wouldn't you like to have a dog to handle your business? Get that person down, get him under control. Here we have a trained handler who's able to call the dog off and put him into a down position. Even as the aggressor, who is just being controlled by the dog until the handler gives the okay or a threat is imminent. The dog maintains once the threat is imminent, the dog gets geared up and ready to go. And he knows when he goes, he is not playing. Imagine if he didn't have that sleeve on, he'd be missing some large chunks of his arm right about now.
Your young daughter's home. Somebody tries to break in. Here we go. You'll notice the dog does not hesitate when it's time to do the job he does. Now please, folks, don't try this at home. These are trained individuals. Imagine your young daughter, son at home. Someone breaks in on them. You're gone. Wouldn't you want to have an animal there to protect them, knowing that he's going to be a man stopper? These are what we call man stoppers, folks. And they deserve that name because they have the capacity and ability to put a man down. It's been put into a down state. The aggressor approaches. He is yet to make an aggressive motion yet, but you can best believe that dog's attention is directed on that person. The handler is controlling the dog. Individual's on. He presents a threat. The dog jumps right on in and handles his business. Now, folks, isn't that a joy to have? And when it's time to call the dog off, the dog comes back. Very important. So often dogs are more than willing to engage the subject but won't stop even when the owner calls them off. Outstanding. Round of applause there. Good job. Good job, Mr. French out there. The dog is handling his business. The aggressor climbed on a truck. Even he was still a threat, and the dog jumped right up there and took care of his business. The owner has established control and brought the dog right on back. Good job, good job. So you see, folks, these dogs can handle their business, whether it's on the ground, whether or not it's in the vehicle, whether or not it's in your home. If a threat is present, these dogs know what to do. And it's important. I don't think anyone wants to just have a kill crazy dog that attacks everything moving. We want to have a dog that recognizes when a threat is present. When it's time to get busy to defend his house and home, he does exactly that. And here's a demonstration where even with the bad guy striking the dog still maintains control. The owner calls the dog off. That's control, folks. That is control. Show me working dogs, folks. Show me working dogs. Whether you call it protection work or bite work, we all want to make sure we know we have a dog that when the chips are down, is going to handle his business. And that is critical in an emergency situation. Dog is still maintaining his position. As you can see, even when the situation called for the individual that talked to the owner, making them think that everything was okay. As soon as the threat was there, the dog jumped right on into handling his business. See, that's a trained dog, folks. A dog that knows what to do. Present, the dog gets that hit, jumps on, handle his business, and make sure he has everything under control, folks. This is what we're talking about. A dog that handles his business when there's a threat. It doesn't matter what the barrier is, that dog is going to get in there and do what needs to be done. A great example and a demonstration.